Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a sip and makeup video. I have my coffee and I pulled out some makeup I was in the mood to use, and we're just going to get ready together. I did use the Desert Monsoon palette again from What's Up Beauty. I had mentioned I wanted to use this in another video when I used it the first time, and so happy I did. I love how it turned out. So if you want to get ready with me, definitely keep watching. If you're new, my name is Blair. I do these videos on Fridays a lot called Sip and Makeup, where we just do our makeup together and drink some coffee, water, wine, whatever you want to drink, and we just get ready together. So I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, we're gonna do the brows first. I'm gonna use Patrick Ta. This is the one I'm trying to use up, so I'm trying to use it as much as I can. We're really at the very bottom of this. There's not much left at all. Kind of having to scrape the sides now to get anything out. I was at Target a few days ago, and I was looking at the Makeup Revolution area, and they have that brow wax. It's called like the Universal Brow Styler, maybe. That could be the wrong name. I can't remember. Maybe it's just called Soap Brow. I cannot remember, but I was looking at it, and it's supposed to be the same type of product as this, and I almost got it, but then I was like, I just don't know if I even want to try to find something else to replace this, because I love this one so much. But let me know if you've tried that one from Makeup Revolution, because it looks like it's in the same type of compact. It's a clear, I mean, it looks very similar to this. I just don't know. I don't know. So let me know if you've tried it. Okay, I'm gonna let that brow wax kind of set down, and I'll just do some corrector under my eyes. So we're using Charlotte Tilbury. Something I've kind of noticed about, well, a few of the products in my project pan is like this corrector. I've always really liked it, but since I've been using it for my first project pan and I'm like really focusing on it and trying to make some progress on it, I have realized how much I actually really like this corrector. And I feel like for a while I was thinking this was like kind of in the middle in terms of correctors that I like. It wasn't like my absolute favorite, but I liked it. Now I'm like really liking this, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I've used it so many times, like a few days in a row, and I'm like figuring out exactly how I like it and how it looks with different concealers. I don't know what it is, but I'm really liking that more than I have in the past, if that makes sense. I'm actually really wanting to try, they're not out yet, but since Becca has closed and Smashbox, I guess, is taking over their two popular products, they said they're going to have the under eye brightener, which is one of their best sellers, but they're going to expand the shade range. So I'm thinking when the new colors come out, I'm definitely going to buy one and test it, because that's always kind of been my issue with that corrector from Becca. Is, to me, the light shade is too light, but then the dark shade looks pretty dark. It's almost like they need one in between. So I'm hoping the shades will be good when they come out with the new ones, and I'll try it out and do a video on it for you. Okay, now I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows because that wax has had a little bit of time to dry down. So I'm on cup of coffee number 3 today. So I'm trying to offset it with some water, but I've been loving this creamer you may have seen it, of course, pumpkin, because I do love pumpkin. It's by Coffee Mate, but it's the Natural Bliss oat milk pumpkin spice creamer. Oh my gosh, it is so good, but I feel like now everyone knows how good it is and I can't find it anywhere. I had to go to 3 different stores the other day to find one because I was getting it at my Target. Now my Target hasn't had it in almost a month. And then I was getting it from, let's see, Publix. Then Publix didn't have it. Then I had to go to Cedar. They finally had it. So that's what I have in my coffee today. But I almost feel like I have to conserve it because now it's hard to find, which sucks. And now I feel like when the end of October comes, it's going to be even harder to find because the pumpkin stuff's probably not going to come in as often, if at all. Anyway, that's what I have in my coffee today. It's so good. Okay, for foundation, I am going to mix something. Again, I've been such in a mixing mood with foundations lately. I don't know why. I've never mixed these two, so I'm actually going to use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm going to mix it with the Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. So I reviewed this one right when it came out. I guess it's been like 2 years now, or like a year and a half ago. I reviewed it and I gave this a horrible review. I did not like it at all. I went months without using it, started using it again and really liked it. And I've liked it ever since. I don't know why the first time I tried this, I just was not a fan. I did not think it looked good on my skin at all. And then I tried it again and I liked it. It's so strange how that happens. I'm going to take half a pump of the Double Wear, and I have both in the same shade, 1W2 Sand, and I'm going to take half of the Hydra Rescue. And I guess I'll just mix it with my finger. Yeah, I've never mixed these two together. And speaking of Estee Lauder, I'm kind of thinking of trying the new lightweight foundation from Estee Lauder. Now I can't think of the name of it, but I'm thinking about trying that. Let me know if you would like to see me review that. I've seen a few people talking about it, but not very many. But I'm kind of thinking about trying it. I'm gonna use this. So this is the F80 Flat Top Kabuki from the Sigma Cinderella collaboration. That video should be up by the time this one is up. I tried it and I used the palette and did 3 different eye looks with it. But I also got this brush when I ordered the palette and I haven't used it yet. I used all the other brushes, but not this one. So there's one layer. It looks like this combo might be a good combo to kind of tone down the matte finish of the Double Wear. So I'm just taking a little bit more of what's left on my hand and bring some down my neck too. Yeah, I never tried I think they discontinued it actually, but wasn't there an Estee Lauder foundation? Was it called Light Cover? I think it was part of the Double Wear line. I feel like there was one, but maybe I'm thinking about something else, but I was thinking they discontinued it. So I'm wondering if this new Estee Lauder foundation is supposed to like replace that one. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, or if you've tried it, let us know in the comments. So I'm thinking this is a really good combo together. I don't know what has gotten into me lately. I mean, I've always liked to mix foundations, but lately I've like been obsessed with mixing things together. And sometimes I feel like if you get a foundation and you just can't seem to love it, you don't hate it, but you just don't love it, I always think it's a good idea to try mixing it with something else, because you never know. Adding just a little bit of something else can sometimes really make a difference. And I feel like with this example, it does tone down the coverage of double wear a little bit. It adds a little bit of hydration, and it kind of makes it more of a natural finish rather than a matte finish or a really dewy finish. Kind of like you get the best of both worlds. And I really wanted to use my Hourglass concealer today. I haven't used this one in a little while, and this for a while now has been like my favorite concealer. So I'm taking this in the shade Cedar. And Cedar is a pretty good match for my face. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my cheeks as well. I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and blend in the cheek area, and then I'll use my other Sigma brush under my eyes. But that Cedar color matches my face really, really well. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll use my sponge for my concealer. I'm trying to get back into this. I used to always use, when I was first getting into makeup, I would always use a sponge for my concealer. I never used a brush. In fact, back when I first started getting into makeup, I pretty much used a sponge for foundation too. I was almost like scared of brushes. And now I feel like it's the exact opposite. Like I just want to use brushes. I don't use my sponge very much anymore. Okay, I just added another dot under my eye, and I'm gonna go back over it with my Sigma F03 because I don't know, I just do not love using a brush with concealer anymore. I don't know what it is. I just feel like it picks up too much product. I don't know, and maybe it's because I don't apply, I apply a good amount of concealer, but I don't do as much as a lot of people I see using a sponge under their eyes. Like I don't do like the huge triangle and fill in the whole thing. I don't do that. Maybe the sponge would be better for like that type of concealer application. I don't know. I think maybe it's I don't apply enough concealer to be able to use a sponge and get the coverage that I want, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm actually gonna use this from Bare Minerals. This is the new original mineral veil in the pressed version, and it's in the shade Sheer Light. And I'm using this with, what is this brush? This is actually a Sephora Collection highlight brush. But every time I use it for highlight, I feel like I would like it better just like as a powder brush. Because sometimes I want more of like a smaller brush like this for my powder. Putting a little bit under my eyes. Also to set my concealer. And okay, for bronzer, you guys, I don't know why this is such a random thing that I pulled out, but I haven't used this in the longest time and I kind of want to for some reason. So I pulled out my Bare Minerals Warmth Loose Bronzer. This is like the OG, or one of the OG Bare Minerals products, and it's so pretty. it's just not something I reach for on a daily basis, even though I do like it. It's very scary looking. Like that's it in the cap. So you do not want to use too much of this because it is so pigmented that you can go overboard really quickly. What brush should we use this with? Maybe this brush. This is a Sephora Pro Powder number 59 brush. So I'm just gonna take what's in the cap, which to be honest is probably too much. And I'm just gonna swirl it in. So this brush is really large and fluffy, which is good if you're worried about applying too much. A brush like this will really kind of shear it out a little bit. So I'm gonna get a bit more for my cheeks. I used to use this all the time and I can't even remember what brush I used to use my warmth with. I think it might have even been a Bare Minerals brush, but I don't think I have it anymore. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Bare Minerals blushes. They're just, or not blushes, brushes. The original ones that were made of, what is it, goat hair? Is that right? Natural, I don't remember. The original Bare Minerals brushes. I could never really get into those because they always felt too itchy on my face. I don't know, they were very scratchy and I didn't like it. I know they were supposed to be like what was best to apply the loose powder products with, but I could never get into those. I'm just gonna lightly apply this on my cheeks. So I'm adding a little bit more to my forehead. And then I'm gonna bring what's left down my neck. And then apparently I was in a Bare Minerals mood today because I also pulled out one of the loose mineral blushes. This one is in the shade Hint, and they are, I feel like this is not as pigmented as like the bronzers in the loose form, but I'm still gonna use just a little bit. I'm gonna start with that much, and I'm gonna try it with this. This is the Smashbox buildable cheek brush, so it's a really fluffy, really loose bristles blush brush. And I'm just gonna swirl it all around, tap it off, and then we will go in with this. This one, the shade Hint, has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm not sure if all of their loose blushes have shimmer, but this one definitely does because you can see it in the cap. Figuring out how to apply these products from Bare Minerals is like half the battle because it's just different when you apply a loose blush than it is a pressed powder blush, you know? So I'm gonna add just a bit more over here. So with the more loose formula, to me, it's better to kind of swirl and blend like this, whereas normally with blush, I kind of tap it on. I don't really swirl like that, but with these loose blushes, that seems to be the best way to apply them. Okay, we're gonna move on to the eyes. I did just prime them with my NARS eyeshadow base, and I really wanted to use this palette again. So this is the, let's see, What's Up Beauty Desert Monsoon eyeshadow palette. I used this in one of my recent videos and I loved this palette, you guys. I used these greens and some of the more neutral colors in here, and I loved that eyeshadow look so much. I really wanted to use this again. And today I kind of want to play more with the more neutral colors. So like this shimmer, the dark brown, the light brown, this light shimmer, maybe even this light purple. I just really want to use this again. So I'm first gonna go into the, well, actually, let's do this really light shade, Dust Storm, down here. And this one looks like it wouldn't have a lot of color, and it doesn't have a ton of color, but it does give a little bit of definition to my crease. Like you can see, it's very, very, very light, but I'm gonna start with this color as the base. Okay, then I'm gonna go into the, let's see, I guess like more of a medium toned brown. It's called Joshua Tree. It's a little bit of a taupey brown, and I'm using one of their brushes. This is the R103 brush, and I'm packing this on the outer V and kind of pulling what's left up into the crease. I mean, these shadows, they blend so well. And this brush, the brushes they actually sent me are so nice. And I don't know, they're really soft, but they blend everything really, really well. Like you can see this, these shadows just kind of blend themselves. I mean, it does not take much effort. Okay, now I'm gonna mix a little bit of Canyon, which is kind of more of a reddish brown, and then this really dark brown called Thunder. I'm just gonna do like a tap in each color, and this is the R102 from What's Up Beauty. And I'm just literally packing this right where I want it, like right on this outer corner. This is probably my favorite brush that they sent me. I just don't have anything that's this size for like this type of step in eyeshadow. It's just the perfect little tiny blending brush that you can blend with, but you can also kind of place a darker color. I'm gonna put those there, and then I'm gonna take, let's see, the first brush that we used and the first color, the Dust Storm, and this is the BK Beauty 201, and I'm just doing light little circles all around just to really blend everything together. Now I'm gonna take the shade right here, Humidity. It's a light purple shimmer. I'm gonna try using this brush. This is like their little shader brush. It's an R106. And I'm gonna take it and go into that color and see how this applies with a brush. And I'm gonna put this on the center, ooh, of my eyelid. Oh my goodness, how pretty. It's like an icy lavender. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh, this is the shimmers in this palette, you guys. I know I keep saying it, but oh my gosh, I love this. So I'm kind of blending it up a little bit into the crease area too. And then I think I might take my finger and just, oh yeah, so you get even more of a pop if you use your finger. I'm gonna use that same brush, and I'm gonna go into the light pink in the palette, which is called Desert Rose. And we're gonna put this on the inner corner. That one doesn't show up as well with a brush. I'm gonna use my finger. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. I love this palette, you guys, if you can't tell. I really, really do. I'm gonna go back into Joshua Tree, which is that kind of mid-toned brown. And I'm gonna go back over the crease with this. Okay, I'm gonna take Joshua Tree again on my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna run this all along the lash line. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna take that pencil brush I just used. This is also from What's Up Beauty. And I'm gonna spray it and go into this really pretty shimmery purple called Succulent. And I kind of want to just try to apply a little bit of this on my outer corner of my lower lash line, but I don't know if this will work with this brush. Ooh, yeah, it does. Oh. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love this eye look. I said that about the last one, but I really, really love this. Then I'm going to take the lightest shimmer, which is called Glow, right here. And I'm going to put this in my tear duct area. So I'm kind of trying to blend it up into the crease here. I feel like this kind of helps open up your eye, especially if you tend to be a little bit dark, like in your inner corner here. And then I'm gonna bring some like right at the inner lower lash line too. Okay, I was gonna stop, but I kind of want to do this too. So I'm gonna take my MAC eye kohl in the shade Teddy. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to my lash line. Like the outer part of my, the outer half of my lash line. That glitter I put on my lower lash line from that purple did kind of get under my eyes, but I'll try to clean that up in a minute. Okay, I was gonna use my BK Beauty 208 brush, but I can't find it, so I'm just gonna use this one from Smashbox. And I'm getting a little bit of that Teddy pencil on the brush. And I'm just gonna pull a little bit, trying to make a wing, but my hand is also shaking, probably because I've had too much coffee. Okay, I just curled my lashes, and now I'm gonna use my Ilia Fullest Volume Mascara. Yeah, I probably should have done my eyes first today since I put all this glitter on my eyes, but oh well. Okay, now let's do the lips. I'm going to use this from NYX. This is the lip pencil in the shade Natural. I have so many of these lip liners from NYX. I feel like I don't use them enough. They're really good. And then I really want to use this. I used this a week or two ago. I think it was in a video, but I feel like I mixed this with something else. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. And I really liked it. I just want to use it on its own and see. Ooh, that color is nice. It's a brown with like a little bit of a rosy undertone. That's pretty. These from NYX, these lip creams are so thin. Like maybe one of the thinnest lip cream products that I've tried like this. They almost feel velvety. I'm just going to put a little bit of gloss in the center. This is the City Beauty gloss in clear. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I love this eye look, you guys. I know I said it before, but that palette, this palette is so nice. If you are into these kinds of colors, I would highly recommend this palette. This is an indie brand, so you have to order it from their website if you want it, but oh, I love this. I loved the greenish look that I did before, and I love this look. I do have some fallout from that glitter under my eyes, but I was able to sweep most of it away with a little eyeshadow brush. But the shadows are very nice, really, really good quality. And I actually really like that foundation combo together, the Double Wear and the Futurist foundation from Estee Lauder. They look really nice together. I don't know, I'm very into mixing things these days. Oh, also love these two from Bare Minerals. I have always loved these. I just haven't used them in a long time, but I love how they look on the skin. They're so nice, pretty, natural. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I am posting every single day in October. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair01. I will list and link everything that I used down below in my description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.
Sunday morning, waking up with you. We got no plans, we got nothing.